There was a scene that took place in Congress this week that, even with my low opinion of Ivy League administrators, exceeded even my lowest expectations. This would be the scene in which Ivy League university presidents hemmed and hawed over whether calling for the genocide of the Jews explicitly constitutes harassment.
At Penn, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
If the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment, yes.
I am asking specifically calling for the genocide of Jews. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision, Congresswoman.
It's a context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of Jews is depending upon the context. That is not bullying or harassment. This is the easiest question to answer yes, Ms. McGill. So is your testimony that you will not answer yes?
If it if the
yes
speech
or
becomes,
no?
if the speech becomes conduct, it can be harassment, yes.
Conduct meaning committing the act of genocide? Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
No, this is the line. It's not even just the lady from Penn. It's multiple university presidents. You've got multiple representatives of the Ivy League here. They say, well, what's genocide? One man's genocide is another man's freedom fighter, right? I guess that's sort of what they're implying. I'm all for nuance. I'm truly all for nuance, and I'm all for protecting a wide range of debate at universities. I do actually like that. But what we're seeing here, the reason these university presidents can't answer this is not because they hate the Jews. Maybe they do hate the Jews, but maybe they don't. I don't think that's what is motivating their answer. Right now, go to Medishare.com/Michael, Michael. As a Daily Wire listener, you're not just informed, you're engaged and sexy. You value freedom and personal responsibility. That's why you got to check out Medishare. Medishare is a community-based approach to healthcare that lines up with the principles you believe in. Your values matter. And with Medishare, your healthcare dollars will not be used for medical procedures that don't line up with your beliefs. Medishare is the highest-rated healthcare sharing ministry with a 30-year proven track record. It's not health insurance. It's a community of 400,000 believers committed to caring and sharing with one another. Members save up to 50% or more on their monthly healthcare costs, and member satisfaction surveys show they like Medishare much more than health insurance. Why? Because it works. For a limited time, Daily Wire listeners will receive a $150 gift card when they join Medishare. To find out more, go to Medishare.com/Michael. That is Medishare.com/Michael, Michael. Terms and conditions apply. Right now, go to PackShield.com, use promo code Knowles. Whether you are a parent, a frequent traveler, or simply an individual seeking enhanced personal safety, you got to check out PackShield. PackShield is a ballistic insert that fits into backpacks, messenger bags, and briefcases. The inserts meet the National Institute of Justice and 3A standards to stop up to a .44 Magnum. PackShield comes in a variety of sizes and colors, so they can be easily transferred from bag to bag and weigh less than most textbooks and laptops. When properly packed in your bag, this remarkable insert can provide an extra layer of protection. I have a couple of PackShields. The nice thing about them is that no one can tell me that I have got this in my luggage, briefcase, or bag. They just have no idea. They are extremely lightweight, and I love knowing that I am protected. It's stressful to think about a situation where you might need PackShield. It is worth it to be ready. PackShield provides extra peace of mind. It's important to know how to carry it correctly. PackShield should never be used for any reason other than personal defense, so pack some protection and peace of mind with PackShield. Check them out for yourself at PackShield.com. Promo code Knowles, KNWLAS for 20% off. That is PAK Shield.com. Promo code Knowles, KNWLAS for 20% off today. What we're seeing here is not just that they're trapped by their students, which they are. They're very afraid of upsetting the students because the students run the show now at the universities. What they're trapped by primarily is their own free speech rhetoric. That's the thing. And if it were a different issue being discussed here, the Republicans would be on their side. Because They're saying, look, you can say whatever you want at a university, and we support free speech. Now, we know that that's bogus. That's the problem here. If they actually held to that rule, I would give them credit. I'm not sure I would agree with them. I actually wrote a whole book about how I disagree with free speech absolutism called Speechless, Controlling Words, Controlling Minds. Do I have a bell on the road? Is there a bell here? No. Okay. All right. That's fine. We'll have to bring a bell on the road next time. They are saying that we don't, unless you actually commit the action of genocide, that would not violate our policy. And then they kind of knew that was too extreme, so they're kind of walking it back. And the reason they're trying to protect free speech here is because they know that the university students are very pro-Palestine and anti-Israel. So they want to suck up to them a little bit as well. We also know that they hate conservative speakers on campus. In fact, I'm not going to say which one. One of the people who was at this hearing, I was invited to this school this semester, and then the administration threw up a ton of roadblocks because they don't want me, a completely mainstream conservative, an ordinary American conservative who just articulates views that were almost universally held for almost all of history, and especially in our country. They throw up roadblocks to that, but if I go out and say, hey, from the land to the sea, kill all the Jews, then this, well, actually, look, it's context dependent, and actually we need to protect the right to say that. I want to give them as much credit as I possibly can. If they seriously have bought their own rhetoric on free speech, if they seriously believe that a university, an educational institution, is not entitled to have standards and norms and to distinguish between truth and falsehood and good and bad, then they have no business running a university, and two, they violated one of the biggest rules, one of the most important things you never teach a child, which is never believe your own press releases. The liberals in the 60s who ran the free speech movement, they didn't really believe that. They just wanted to destroy conservative norms and standards and articulate their subversive ideas. But the moment that they were able to do that and crack up the old conservative standards, what did they do? They immediately reinstituted all the speech codes on their terms to exclude us from the public square and to enshrine their views as sacrosanct and holy. Boy, what a great clip that was. Now, hey, hey, hey. Ring that bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.